My girlfriend reposted her ex's photo and wrote, "Used to be my happiness." When I questioned it, she snapped, "Not everything is about you." So I made sure it wasn't. I went offline completely. 2 hours later, someone from her own family tried contacting me, and what they said changed her tone instantly. I'm 38, and I thought I'd outgrown the kind of relationship drama that belongs in your 20s. I'd been with my girlfriend for almost 3 years. We met through work, different companies, same industry event. Started talking, exchanged numbers, went on a few dates. Things progressed naturally, no red flags, no games, just two adults building something real. Or so I thought. She was 35, worked in marketing, had her own place but spent most nights at mine. We talked about moving in together officially, maybe getting engaged sometime this year. Everything felt stable, comfortable, like we were on the same page about where this was headed. Then Tuesday happened. I was at my desk working from home when my phone started buzzing. Text notifications, social media notifications. I ignored them at first. I was in the middle of something and couldn't break focus. But they kept coming. After the 8th or 9th buzz, I picked up my phone. 3 messages from my brother. "Dude, what's going on? Is everything okay with you two? Call me when you can." 2 from my best friend. "Saw her post. You good? Let me know if you need to talk." 1 from a colleague who barely knew her. "Hey man, just checking in." I opened social media, went to her profile, and there it was. A photo of her ex. Not an old photo from when they were together. I'd seen those. This was recent, within the past year from the look of it. He was at some outdoor event, smiling at the camera. Generic enough, except for the caption she'd written. "Used to be my happiness." Posted 30 minutes ago. Already had 46 likes and a dozen comments. Most of them were people asking if she was okay, if everything was all right. A few were from people who clearly knew the ex, saying things like, "He misses you too," and "You two were perfect together." I stared at my screen for a solid minute, trying to process, trying to understand what would possess someone to post something like that while in a relationship, while in a supposedly serious relationship. I called her. It rang 4 times before she picked up. "Hey, what's up? Did you post a photo of your ex?" Pause. "Yeah, so? So? You wrote 'used to be my happiness' about another guy while you're dating me." "It's just a post." "It's not just a post. It's you publicly saying your ex made you happy, past tense, implying that I don't." "You're reading too much into it." "Am I? Because everyone else who saw it is reading it the same way. I've got people asking me if we're okay." "That's their problem." "No, it's our problem. You posted something that makes it look like you're not over your ex." "I am over him." "Then why post that?" "Because I can. Because it's my social media. Because not everything is about you." That last line hit different. Not everything is about you. Like I was being unreasonable for being uncomfortable with my girlfriend publicly reminiscing about her ex. "You're right," I said. "Not everything is about me. But when you're in a relationship with me, some things should be, like considering how your actions might affect your partner." "Oh my God, you're being so dramatic." "I'm being dramatic. You literally posted that your ex was your happiness." "Was. Past tense. That doesn't make it better." "I'm not doing this right now. I'm at work. We'll talk later." "When's later?" "I don't know. When I get home." "Are you coming to my place?" "Probably not. I need space. You're being suffocating." She hung up. I sat there holding my phone, feeling like I'd just been gaslit, like I was the crazy one for thinking this was inappropriate. I opened my laptop, went back to work, or tried to, couldn't focus, kept thinking about that post, about her response, about the casual way she'd dismissed my concerns. Around 2 p.m., I made a decision. I deactivated all my social media accounts, every single one. Didn't announce it, didn't make a farewell post, just went into settings and hit deactivate. Then I turned off my phone, completely off, not on silent, Off. I needed silence, needed to think without constant notifications and other people's opinions flooding in. I made coffee, sat on my couch, stared out the window. The thing is, this wasn't the first red flag. I'd been ignoring things for months. Little things that individually seemed manageable, but together painted a picture I didn't want to see. She'd mention her ex occasionally. Not often, but enough that I noticed. My ex used to take me to this restaurant. My ex hated this movie too. My ex was really good at fixing things. Always casual, always in passing, but always there. She'd get defensive when I'd ask about her day, like I was interrogating her instead of just being interested. Why do you need to know? I already told you. You ask so many questions. She'd make plans without checking with me first, then get annoyed when I'd mention we'd already had plans. I forgot. It's not a big deal. You're being clingy. And the social media thing, she'd post cryptic quotes, sad song lyrics, vague statements about being misunderstood or unappreciated. When I'd ask if everything was okay, she'd say yes. She was just sharing things she related to. But they were always just ambiguous enough that people would ask if she was all right, if her relationship was okay. I'd brought it up once. She'd said I was being paranoid, that it wasn't about us, that I needed to stop overthinking. So I had. Stopped overthinking. Stopped questioning. Stopped paying attention to my gut. Until today. I sat on that couch for 2 hours, just thinking, processing, deciding what I actually wanted. Around 4 p.m., my landline rang. I still had a landline, mostly for work calls when my cell service was spotty. I almost didn't answer, but something made me pick up. Hello? Hi, is this him? A woman's voice. Older, familiar, but I couldn't place it. Who's this? It's her mother. I'm sorry to call like this. I got your number from her emergency contact list. My girlfriend's mother. We'd met a handful of times. Nice woman. A little overbearing, but well-meaning. Oh, hi. Is everything okay? That's what I'm calling to ask you. Is everything okay with you too? I don't know how to answer that. She posted something today about her ex. I called her to ask what was going on and she wouldn't give me a straight answer. Then I tried calling you and your phone was off. So I got worried. My phone's off because I needed a break. A break from what? From everything. From the notifications. From people asking me about that post. From trying to figure out what's going on with my girlfriend. Silence on the other end. Then, can I be honest with you? Please. I've been worried about her for a while, since around the holidays. She's been different, distant. When I ask her about you two, she changes the subject. When I ask if she's happy, she gives me non-answers. She does the same thing to me. I saw that post and my first thought was, oh no, because I know her. When she starts posting things like that, when she starts looking backward instead of forward, it means she's not happy where she is. Did she tell you that? Not in so many words. But I'm her mother. I can read between the lines. And what I'm reading is that she's not in a good place. And I'm worried that she's not being fair to you. What do you mean? I mean, I think she's been checked out for a while. But instead of being honest about it, she's just letting things deteriorate, making you the bad guy for noticing. That hit hard, because it was exactly what I'd been feeling, but couldn't articulate. Why are you telling me this? I asked. Because I like you, because I think you deserve better than what she's giving you, and because if she's not going to be honest with you, someone should be. Does she know you're calling me? No, and she'd be furious if she found out. But I couldn't just sit by and watch this happen. You're a good person. You don't deserve to be strung along. We talked for a few more minutes. She apologized for overstepping. I told her she wasn't. She said to call her if I ever needed to talk. I thanked her and hung up. I sat there processing what she'd said, her own mother, calling me to basically confirm what I'd been suspecting, that my girlfriend was checked out, that she was being unfair, that I deserved better. I turned my phone back on. It took a minute to boot up. When it did, I had 73 notifications. Most of them were from her, 26 missed calls, 15 text messages, 3 voicemails. The texts started worried. Where are you? Why is your phone off? Call me. Then annoyed. This is ridiculous. You can't just disappear. I know you're seeing these. Then angry. You're being childish. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You're so dramatic. The voicemails were more of the same. The third one ended with, my mom called me. She said she talked to you. What did you tell her? She's freaking out. Call me back now. So that's what changed her tone. Not concern for me, not realizing she'd been hurtful, but her mother getting involved, her mother calling her out. I didn't call back. Instead, I texted, I'm fine. I needed space to think. That's all. She called immediately. I declined. She called again, declined again. She texted, we need to talk. I replied, not tonight. This is immature. Maybe, but I need time. Time for what? To figure out what I want. What does that mean? It means I need to decide if this relationship is what I want. Over one post? It's not about one post. It's about everything. What's everything? The post, your reaction, the way you dismissed my feelings, the way you've been acting for months, all of it. So you're just going to make a decision without even talking to me? I'm going to take some time to think. Then we'll talk. This is bullshit. Maybe. But it's where we are. I put my phone on silent. Didn't turn it off. I'd learned my lesson about complete radio silence. But I wasn't going to engage anymore that night. I ordered takeout, watched a documentary, went to bed early, slept better than I had in weeks. The next morning, I woke up to more messages from her. More anger. More accusations of me being dramatic, immature, unfair. Nothing about the post. Nothing about understanding why I was hurt. Just defense and deflection. I got ready for work. Had to go into the office that day. As I was leaving, my phone rang. Her mother again. I'm so sorry, she said as soon as I answered. She's furious with me. She says I had no right to call you. That I'm meddling. You weren't meddling. You were being honest. She doesn't see it that way. She's not speaking to me. I'm sorry you got caught in the middle of this. Don't be. I said what I said because it needed to be said. I wanted to give you a heads up. She's really upset. She might show up at your place. Thanks for the warning. And for what it's worth, I meant what I said yesterday. You deserve better than this. We hung up. I drove to work thinking about everything, about the relationship, about whether it was salvageable, about whether I even wanted to salvage it. By lunchtime, I'd made my decision. I texted her, we need to talk. Tonight. My place, 7 p.m. She replied immediately, finally, I'll be there. I spent the rest of the day preparing what I wanted to say. Not a script, I've never been good at those, but an outline. Key points I needed to hit. She showed up at 6:45, let herself in with the key I'd given her. I was in the kitchen making coffee. Hey, she said. Hey. So, are we going to talk about how you've been acting? That's not what this conversation is about. Then what is it about? It's about us, and whether this is working. She crossed her arms. Because of a social media post. Because of a lot of things. The post was just the tipping point. I'm not apologizing for that post. I'm not asking you to. I'm telling you that it hurt me. And your response to me being hurt was to tell me I was being dramatic. That's a problem. You were being dramatic. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I tell you something hurt me, and instead of acknowledging it, you invalidate my feelings. I didn't invalidate anything. I just think you're overreacting. Do you hear yourself? That's the definition of invalidating. You're telling me my feelings are wrong. Your feelings aren't wrong, but your reaction is. My reaction was to call you and express that I was uncomfortable. That's not overreacting. That's communicating. You turned off your phone for hours. After you told me not everything is about me and that I was being suffocating. Yes, I needed space after that. I didn't mean it like that. How did you mean it? She didn't have an answer. I continued. Your mom called me yesterday. Her face changed. I know, she had no right. She was worried about you, about us. She was overstepping. She told me you've been different, distant, that when she asks if you're happy, you won't give her a straight answer. That's between me and her. Except it's not. Because it affects us. If you're not happy, I need to know. If you're checked out, I need to know. I can't fix problems I don't know exist. Who says I'm not happy? Are you? Pause. Long pause. I don't know, she said finally. You don't know. No, I don't know. How long have you not known? A few months. And you didn't think to tell me? I was trying to figure it out myself. By posting about your ex? By being distant? By picking fights? I wasn't picking fights. You've been defensive for months. Every time I ask you anything, you act like I'm attacking you. Because you ask so many questions. Because you don't volunteer information. I'm left trying to piece together what's going on with you because you won't just tell me. She looked down. I don't know what you want me to say. I want you to be honest. Are you over your ex? Yes. Then why post that? Because I was feeling nostalgic. Because we had good times. Because I'm allowed to remember my past. You are. But you're in a relationship with me now. And posting that you miss your ex, because that's what that post said, whether you want to admit it or not, is disrespectful to what we have. I didn't say I miss him. Used to be my happiness heavily implies that he's not your happiness anymore, but someone else is. Except you didn't clarify who that someone else is. You just left it ambiguous. So everyone reading it thinks you miss him. I don't care what everyone thinks. Do you care what I think? She looked at me, really looked at me, and I saw something in her eyes. Guilt, maybe, or regret, or just exhaustion. I do, she said quietly. Then why have you been treating me like I'm the problem? Because it's easier. Easier than what? Than admitting I don't know what I want anymore. There it was, the truth, finally. So what do you want? I asked. I don't know. That's not fair to me. I can't be with someone who doesn't know if they want to be with me. I'm not saying I don't want to be with you. You're not saying you do either. She sat down on the couch, put her head in her hands. I'm confused. About what? About everything. About us. About my life. About where I'm going. And you think your ex is the answer? No, maybe. I don't know. When I'm with you, I feel safe, comfortable. But sometimes I wonder if that's enough. You wonder if love and stability are enough. Don't say it like that. How should I say it? I don't know, less judgmentally. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to understand. You're telling me that safety and comfort aren't enough for you, that you want something else. What is it? Excitement, passion, something that feels alive. And we don't have that? We did, in the beginning, but now it's just routine. Relationships become routine. That's normal. That's what happens when you build a life with someone. But what if I don't want routine? Then you don't want me. She looked up. That's not what I said. It's what you meant. You want excitement. You want passion. You want to feel alive. And you don't feel that with me. So you're looking backward, to your ex, to a time when things felt different. It's not that simple. It is. You either want this or you don't. You either think what we have is worth fighting for or you don't. I don't want to lose you. But you don't want to be with me either, at least not the way I am. You want some version of me that's more exciting, more passionate, less routine. Can't we work on it? We could, If you were committed to it. But you're not. You're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I can't build a life with someone who's constantly looking for the exit. She started crying. I don't know what to do. I do. She looked at me, waiting. I think we should take a break, a real break. Not just a few days, a few weeks at least. You need to figure out what you want. And I need to decide if I'm willing to wait while you do. So you're breaking up with me? I'm giving us space. If you decide you want this, really want this, we can try again. But I'm not going to sit around being your safety net while you figure out if someone else might be more exciting. That's not what I'm doing. Isn't it? You posted about your ex. You've been distant. You've admitted you don't know if I'm enough. What else am I supposed to think? She didn't answer. I need you to leave, I said. Take whatever you need. Leave your key. And take however long you need to figure this out. She stood up slowly. Went to the bedroom. I heard drawers opening. Heard her moving around. She came back 10 minutes later with a bag. She placed her key on the kitchen counter. I'm sorry, she said. Me too. She left. I locked the door behind her, went to the couch, sat in the silence. My phone buzzed a few minutes later. Her. I don't want to lose you. I didn't respond. Another text. Please don't give up on us. I turned off my phone. The next few days were strange, quiet. I went to work, came home, cooked simple meals, watched TV, went to bed. Normal routine, but without the undercurrent of tension I'd been living with for months. Her mother called me on Friday. I heard what happened. Are you okay? Yeah, I think so. She's a mess. I imagine. But I think you did the right thing. She needs to figure out what she wants, and you deserve someone who's sure about you. Thanks. Her father and I tried talking to her. She won't listen. She's insisting she didn't do anything wrong, that you overreacted. That's her right to think that. Do you think you overreacted? No, I think I finally reacted appropriately after months of underreacting. Good. Stand your ground. Don't let her guilt you into taking her back before she's actually changed. We talked for a few more minutes. She apologized again for getting involved. I told her again that I appreciated it. A week into the break, my girlfriend texted, Can we talk? I responded, Not yet. When? When I'm ready. This isn't fair. It's the boundary I need. I miss you. I miss you too. But that doesn't change anything. 2 weeks in, she started posting again. Vague quotes, sad lyrics, photos with captions about growth and healing. I'd reactivated my social media but unfollowed her. Friends told me about the posts. One friend texted, She's really playing the victim card. I didn't respond. Another, She's making it seem like you abandoned her. I still didn't respond. I'd learned something in those 2 weeks. I'd learned that I was okay alone. That I didn't need constant communication or validation. That silence could be peaceful instead of lonely. 3 weeks in, she showed up at my place. I saw her car through the window. Considered not answering the door, but I knew we'd have to talk eventually. I opened the door. Hey, can I come in? I don't think that's a good idea. Please. Just for a few minutes. I stepped aside. She came in, stood in the living room looking uncomfortable. I've been thinking, she said. Okay. About us. About what you said. About what I want. And I think I made a mistake. I think I got scared. Scared of settling. Scared of missing out. Scared of being boring. Okay, but these past 3 weeks, I've been miserable. I miss you. I miss us. I miss what we had. We can't go back to what we had. That wasn't working. I know, but we could build something better. Could we? Yes, I could be better. I could communicate more. I could stop being defensive. I could make you a priority. Could you, or would you? There's a difference. I would. I promise. You've made promises before. I know, but this time I mean it. You meant it before too. At least I thought you did. She sat down. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to do? I want you to be honest, really honest, not just saying what you think I want to hear. Are you over your ex? Yes. Completely? Yes. Then why did you post that? And don't say it was just nostalgia. There are 100 ways to be nostalgic without publicly declaring someone used to be your happiness while you're in a relationship. She looked down. I was angry at you. For what? For being so stable, so secure, so unbothered by everything. I wanted you to feel what I was feeling. Which was what? Uncertain, insecure, worried that you were too comfortable, that you didn't care enough to fight. So you posted about your ex to make me jealous? Not jealous, just aware that I have options, that I'm not stuck. That's manipulative. I know, I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix it. Sorry doesn't make me trust you again. What will? I don't know. Time, maybe. Consistency. Proof that you actually want this and aren't just scared of being alone. I do want this. You say that now, but a month from now? 6 months? What happens the next time you get scared or bored or start wondering if there's something more exciting out there? That won't happen. You can't guarantee that. No one can guarantee anything. Exactly. Which is why I need to be with someone who's willing to choose me even when it's uncertain, even when it's boring, even when it's routine. Can you do that? She was quiet for a long time. Then, I don't know. At least you're being honest. I want to say yes, I want to be that person, but I don't know if I can. Then we have our answer. So that's it? We're done? I think so. She started crying. I don't want to lose you. You already did. When you chose to hurt me instead of talk to me. When you chose to play games instead of being honest. I can forgive a lot. But I can't build a life with someone who uses my feelings as a weapon. I won't do it again. You might not mean to. But if you don't know what you want, you'll end up doing it anyway. You'll resent me for not being exciting enough. Or you'll sabotage us because you're scared of commitment. Or you'll keep looking back wondering what if. So you've just decided it's over? I've decided I deserve better. And so do you. You deserve to figure out what you actually want without feeling obligated to someone. And I deserve to be with someone who's sure about me. She stood up. I wish you'd fight for this. I did fight, for 3 years, but I can't fight alone. She walked to the door, stopped. What if I figure it out? What if in 6 months or a year I know for sure what I want? Then maybe we'll talk. But I'm not waiting around for that. I'm moving forward. She nodded. Left. I closed the door. That was a month ago. I haven't heard from her since. Heard through friends that she's been dating. Nothing serious. Just going out, meeting people, trying to figure out what she wants. Her mother texts me occasionally, checking in, telling me I made the right choice, saying she hopes her daughter figures things out but that I shouldn't wait for it. I'm not waiting. I've been busy. Started a new project at work, picked up cycling, reconnected with friends I'd been neglecting, started therapy, not because I'm broken, but because I wanted to understand why I'd accepted breadcrumbs for so long. My therapist asked me last week what I learned from all this. That comfort isn't boring, that stability isn't settling, that someone who makes you question your worth isn't someone who deserves to be in your life. And that I'd rather be alone than be with someone who sees me as a backup plan. I'm 38. I've got a good life, a good job, good friends. I don't need someone who doesn't know if I'm enough. I need someone who knows I'm more than enough, who chooses me without hesitation, who doesn't need to post about their ex to feel important. I'll find that person, or I won't. Either way, I'm okay.